Continuing coverage here from the 2013 Proprietors Cup. We are down to 6 bowlers, the round of 6. Mike Flanagan, Matt Turek, Pete Barta here with you, bringing you the action. 2 games again, 2 total pins as Adam Barta stuffs an 8-pin right out of the get-go here as we get going. But it's going to be 2 total games, and then we will eliminate 2, and then we'll go to our feature pair lanes 19 and 20, where we will go from 4 down to 3. Down to 2, and then we will crown a champion. A lot of money up for grabs here today. We've been talking about it all weekend. Today's prize fund, these 6 bowlers are in for a treat. They can treat themselves. The last cash spot out of these 6 bowlers is going to receive $2,560. That's a $2,000 profit. 5th place will get $3,200. 4th place, $4,960. 3rd place, $6,080. 2nd place, $9,000. And our champion today is going to take home $15,500.
Wow, it's a big deal. A lot of money.
We want to thank everyone for watching today and participating in our chat. You can tweet us up in the booth at #InsideBowling. In the last round, it was Justin Veach who bowled 378 and Eric Copping that went home. They finished 7th and 8th respectively. 7th place went to Copping. He received $2,020 for his efforts, and 8th place, $1,860, went to Justin Veach. Pretty good week for both of those guys. To me, if I had to pick a winner of this event right now, I would pick A.J. Rice over Jason Sterner in the final. That is my prediction. Pete Barta, I think you've got something to say about that.
Wow. I mean, naturally, I want Adam to be in there. He's just battling.
And you know, when I make my predictions, it's based off of what I'm seeing from the lanes, not from who I like.
Right.
And you know that. You know that.
Oh,
I love Adam.
Absolutely, I know that. No, hey, you got to call him the way you see him.
But right now, that's kind of my gut right now. But with this wide open oil pattern, anything can happen.
I'll tell you in a couple shots, because Jimmy Cook's throwing the ball real well.
You know, and it might just be with Adam, too, by the way, that sometimes he needs a reason to rise. And we saw him bail out against Gottschall 238 last night. This should have been 170. And we were sitting up here calling the last match, and Adam finished out with 246. And if you would have listened to us during that match and the tone of your voice and my voice about Adam, it wasn't a 246 score that we were actually announcing. He bailed out 246.
Right.
So if he can start a game like he bails them out, look out.
You never know. Every one of these guys is a great competitor, obviously. I mean, I've been around Adam a long time, but he's a competitor. Every one of these guys are. But the left has a pretty good look, though.
You know what's funny, Pete Barta, we were talking about it earlier. Random draw, 3 lefties, 3 righties, and the lefties are on a pair together and the righties are on a pair together.
Yeah, who called that?
And you were the same guy playing scratch-offs earlier. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah. Hey, Pete, Blueberry Bush, ticket scratcher. Yeah, I've been planting my fair share of blueberry bushes, that's for sure. I don't know. These guys on the left, Mike, their balls get into the pocket pretty nice. The guys on the right, they're working. I asked Anthony Pepe earlier if the way A.J. Rice threw the ball helped him or hurt him. He didn't really seem to think that that it affected him on this type of pattern, but I had said to him if AJ were certainly throwing a doll ball the way he throws it, it would absolutely affect his game.
And you're talking about crossing with a lefty.
Crossing with a lefty, right.
Pepe being left-handed and eliminated. He cashed in this tournament, made it to the round of 10, and got eliminated.
There you go, Adam. Not only is Pepe a great bowler, he's a great person, too.
He is a good guy.
I've gotten to be pretty good friends with him. And he traveled quite a ways to get here. They drove like over 12 hours. Alex Cavanaro, he bowled. His girlfriend, I think, bowled on Friday night. I don't know if she was on his team or not, but I meant to ask you, the guy that was at the holiday doubles, your partner, did he win an eagle?
Brian Burkhart.
He won an eagle?
Brian Burkhart won the doubles
with
Rick Gatlin, and they've been bowling doubles together for over 15 years.
When I saw the name and I saw his picture, I was like, I think that's Mike, the guy that does your computer work.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. Basically, if you come out here and you invest a whole bunch of money into live streaming and don't really get any return for your investment, and you do great things for the game of bowling, you too can go to the USBC Open Championships and win an eagle.
I got an eagle today. You saw it.
Yes, Pete, yes. Pete did win an eagle.
And this is a PG show, so
it's been a tattoo weekend.
Yes, fake tattoo weekend. All right, come on, Adam. A little light. Well, you can look. Oh, it went away. Matt, I think the three lefties only have one non-strike.
Yeah, they do. There you see it right there as we go back to the left side.
Yeah, I mean it's, and I don't know who's on the bottom left on the righty pair. Yeah, they do too, don't they? One non-strike. What's that tell you? Up. Rick just messed that up and left the. What is that?
That's the 379.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 379.
Hey guys, I got a funny one for you here. Just able to grab my phone and get to a spot where I can get service. And obviously, I hear from a lot of people in polling and stuff. And yesterday, Tom Clark sent me a text message asking for Louis Ouimet's email address. Louis Ouimet does all the live streaming stuff with us. He helps us out with Storm, and he does a Storm in the bag and all the e-news for Storm. And I gave him the email address, and I gave Louis a heads up. I said, hey, Louis, Tom Clark was asking for your email address just to give you a heads up. He might be sending you something. And I asked Louis, hey, what did Tom want? And he just sent me a text message back and said, he asked me if Kimberly Pressler had asked Tom if Louis was available. Kimberly Pressler, former Miss USA, who is out on the PBA Tour as a sideline reporter. So I thought that was pretty funny to share. Kimberly Pressler seeing if Louis is available.
Interesting.
So if Kimberly Pressler is watching, that would be awesome if you take Louis out on a date. I have no idea if she's married or not, but this one's for you, Louis.
Somebody has on here that they were checking out Adam's award scores on bowl.com and there were so many the computer had to refresh 4 times. He's one of a few that have a lot. Pharrell Williams has a lot. There's a number of guys out there that got a lot of award scores. By the way, just to say hi to a guy back home, Tommy Graham. He was tuning in. A lot of guys back our way, Mike Flanagan, really follow InsideBowling.com. It's pretty popular where we are.
Well, Pete, we like to reach out and we like to work with people. And as soon as this National Amateur Bowling Rankings website gets back up and running, I'd like to try to maybe figure out a way if you want to do something like this. And we'll talk off the air about this, of course. But if you would like for us to somehow to bounce people back and forth between the two websites, I'd be more than interested in doing that with you.
Oh, with mine?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I was going to approach you about it anyway. Mine's supposed to go live August 1st.
Yeah, so when you get up and running and everything's rolling and it's cruising along, you get all the bugs worked out of it.
I would love that.
We'll do some cross-promotion.
Absolutely.
So when we have a live streaming event, you let people know on your website, hey, go check out Inside Bowling. There's a live streaming event. When we do live streaming events, we talk about, hey.
National Amateur Bowl Rankings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Just
why
kinda
not?
Bounce it around a little bit. You know what? I think of you as a great friend. You've been a great supporter, and we'd like to help drive some traffic your way and hopefully do the same coming back our way.
Vice versa, yes. It's you
great movie.
You promote the sport. I like to promote the sport, and that's really what it's about. And I think that's outside of all your hard work and everything. That's a lot of the reason for the success for InsideBowling.com is the time, effort, your own personal money, blood, sweat, and tears that you guys put into it. And you have a quality product. It shows. People around the country want it. And Mike Flanagan, you've done a great job yourself, and it's been noticed. And now you got a job with Storm, and the sky's the limit.
The only credit I ever take, and I will toot my own horn until there's no tomorrow about this, and it is that I am really good at finding tremendous help. I'm a really good recruiter, and I feel I'm a pretty good trainer, and I find some of the best people to work with.
I've known him for a long time, and I agree with that. I've worked with him now at 2 bowling centers and now Inside Bowling, and each time there were great employees at both bowling centers, and we had a lot of fun.
And
worked hard.
tell everybody, Matt Turek, a little bit about how I am as far as when I'm leading the team. What's the worst thing about me, and what's the best thing about me?
The best thing about you is you're open, and you favor communication between the employees. One thing that I did at a bowling center that we worked at recently was have employee meetings. I've never had that in a bowling center before. I've worked in bowling centers for 12 years, since I was 15, and we've never, ever had an employee meeting until I worked with Mike. And that keeps everybody on the same page.
Well, part of being successful is you can't do it all yourself, surrounding yourself with good people. And I've met Matt. Matt does a great job. Lee Bedoris.
Yeah, well, he's fired, according to Adam.
Yeah. Lee's a good guy. Well, a couple of months ago or whatever, Lee was traveling. I think it was from Reno, and he was stuck at an airport.
Yeah?
And he was on Facebook, and he's like, I don't have anything to do. I'm stuck here for 4 hours. So me being on Facebook all the time like I am, I talked to him for like 4 hours till he caught his plane. But really, and that is part of it. You got to surround yourself with good people. I'm fortunate. I have some good people that help me out. Adam's wife, Marcy, helps out. Brittany Hamilton, who I think you met at the tournament in Chicago. She finished like 4th.
Yep.
Really good. She just came out of college. She helps out. A number of other people, they really, help out with the site, and you need those types of people.
You need a lot of help, yeah, and they don't work for very much money either. There's not a lot of money in this sport. I am money hungry. I definitely am. I want to make a lot of money, but the thing is, right now, I know that you can't make money in this game, and I am committed to one day making 6 figures doing stuff like this, which would mean that the bowlers are bowling for more than what I'm getting paid, which is my ultimate goal overall.
I couldn't agree with that more. It is sad because these guys sacrifice a lot. They sacrifice being away from their families, their money, their time. A lot of them work full-time jobs. I know Adam does. It's tough. It's a lot of fun when you get to see people that you don't get to see on a regular basis, and
I live for these live streaming out-of-town events, man. It's so much fun. I really do.
You guys have really got to be worn out. I know Mike's been on the road. I know you were out in Vegas, Matt.
I was for a week. Mike's been there 3 times as long as I
I know. It's kind of crazy. But you do what you got to do, and I've never heard Mike complain about it. You know that? He was here late. He's here late every night. He's back here.
I love it. I can't speak for Mike, but I love it.
Hey guys, it's 10th frame time here. And headed into the 10th frame, we got a deadwood removal again on lane 14.
That's
so
what the holdup is.
A.J. Rice is up in the 10th frame.
Are the 3 lefties way ahead of the 3 righties?
Yeah.
It sure looks like it from here,
Yeah,
but I can't.
score-wise, yeah.
Well, Sterner's still got 235 left. Barta's got 234 left. 235 left for Jimmy Cook. 259 left for Rice. Rick Miller has 265 left and 268 left for Silvestri. So about 20 pins ahead the lefties are right now.
It's interesting. It's going to come down to the wire again.
Plus minus Barta.
What's that?
The chat. The chat. Barnstormers.
Instead of
We're located out of St. Louis, Gucci.
for now.
Yeah, for now.
Well, it'll still be. I mean, it's still a St. Louis-based company. It's going to move to Burkhart's house. Burkhart is going to be that'll be our world headquarters.
Are you going to be still doing stuff, out on the East Coast? And
Yeah, well,
it's going to be a little tough for you, isn't it?
We haven't really worked that out 100%, but I can tell you that Storm is committed to helping with this, and me helping with them, and me trying to have a personal life, and we're going to see how it goes. But I can tell you that this isn't going away. I'm still the CEO of Inside Bowling. We're still doing plenty of events. Storm is interested in purchasing and building an exact model of this, and me training people going out and doing it and broadcasting on the Inside Bowling channel. So, you may get Randy Peterson, Louis Ouimet, Coach K, Steve Klimpkin, out doing an event with Mike Chadwick. And then a couple weeks later, you might see Matt and Burkhart and myself and intermixings of all the cast of characters throughout. So, very, very committed. This backdrop here says Storm, Roto Grip, Master, Inside Bowling. They provided this. They wanted this to be out on the road with us, and something we didn't have to purchase. So we're getting a lot of help and support from Storm.
Yeah, those guys aren't stupid. I mean, this is a very good thing for the sport, and I'm sure they're going to want to be part of that. It's a good 1-2 punch. All right,
249.
Adam. Carry here would be nice.
For
There you
AJ's
go.
Rice, yeah, Adam. That's 4 in a row for him. 234 possible max score. Silvestri is going to shoot 257.
So we got a 49 and a 57.
Yep.
And Rick Miller, trips the 8.
And if Chris Hester was here, he'd be running over everybody.
I miss seeing Chris Hester out. He's
So
another
do I.
one. He's a great guy. Don't really get to see him bowl as much as I used to, but he's a really good guy. Real personable.
There's Adam.
There you go.
Adam is just a slow starter this weekend. Did Adam ride the short bus to school, Pete?
Depends on what day you ask me.
I like you make it sound so legitimate. Like it's a legitimate question.
I know that the people that were around us that had a really good time, and they kind of like the way Adam and I banter back and forth. I told him there were many times I should have killed him when he was little.
234 for Adam.
I didn't take advantage of that, and now I'm paying the price.
Hey, I'll tell you something that's cool about you guys. We haven't known each other very, very long, but we warmed up to each other very, very quickly as Rick Miller shoots 265. But what was really cool is this hand hug thing that Adam did that one night, and we were going back and forth. It's kind of fizzled out now, but when Adam got the entire bowling center to do a hand hug at one time back at me,
Right.
because I was out on the PBA tour and I was getting all these PBA stars to do these hand hugs, and Mileto Monticelli and Jason Belmonte and Deandra, and then I got one with Lon McCarron and Randy Peterson. It was kind of unfair. Even Kim told me, this is unfair.
Right, and Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga, yeah.
Or that might have been a guy,
The
but
Kardashians.
nonetheless.
Lady Guy.
It might have been. I mean, he was on the streets in Reno. You never know.
He
Or
was
wherever
on
that
the
was.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That was actually at the Lady Gaga concert, and if you want to go see my videos from the Lady Gaga concert, head on over to my YouTube channel that I have personally. It's Slammy Global.
He/she, whatever it was, did look like Lady Gaga.
Yeah, it was funny. Kim was with me. I said, "Oh, I got to get a hand hug video with Lady Gaga," and she goes, "Come on, no, come on." I'm like, "No, we got to do this." She's like, "All right, fine." So she took the video.
All right, so what do we got over here? Adam had 234. Is
Yeah.
that a 214? Oh, no, 224.
I'm going to give a complete rundown here
Okay.
as soon as Sterner finishes.
Good.
Sterner can shoot 235. All right, 234 for Sterner. So here's how it shakes out,
Wow.
guys.
It's tight.
The highest game bowled was by Rick Miller, 265. The second highest game was Sebi Silvestri's 257. A.J. Rice, 249. All three of those guys are left-handed, and they bowled on lanes 15 and 16. On lanes 13 and 14, it was Barta and Sterner, both with 234, and Jimmy Cook with 224. So right now, if things were to end right now, Jimmy Cook would be out, and Barta and Sterner would be rolling off for the last spot to advance. But it's not that way, and we've got another game to go. 2 pins, or 2-game total pinfall coming up here. 15 and 16 are going to hop over to 13 and 14, and 13 and 14 are going to do the same. And action's going to get started right away here in our second game, total pinfall. It's all that matters. We've got 6 now. We're weeding it down to 4.
By the way, just a personal thing for me, I'm a big fan of 2-game matches, 3-game matches, switching pairs. I don't like that fluke stuff. I always like to see the cream rise to the top, and if you're going to win it, you're going to earn it. And these guys are. I mean, they're going to fresh pairs, so, I mean, there's a plus and a minus to that, but I don't like that one game, anything can happen type stuff. Usually with 2 games or more, if you lose, you lost. If you won, you won.
Yeah,
you didn't get lucky.
Yeah, it's not whoever gets lucky.
You didn't get lucky on 2 pair for 24 shots.
At the 2013 Storm InsideBowling.com Open, I went away from my 2-game matches this year. First 2 years, I had 2-game total pinfall matches. But this year, I changed because we did a made-for-TV event with a top 5 stepladder, and because of the way we can present that to everyone, I kind of felt forced to go into that, even though I do prefer 2-game matches. But if you want to do it like the big boys and how the model is set up, I made that. It was a very difficult decision to do that, actually, because I prefer 2-game total pinfall.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I know sometimes people are pressed for time, and I'm not a big fan of necessarily the eliminator style, where you have 20 guys and you're cutting it to 10, and there's whatever, 4 guys on a pair, and it's totally crappy, and none of them make it. I mean, I know why it's done. Obviously, we've all been around enough.
I came up with a format one time, Pete, to where the top half of your guys that make it into the eliminator. So like, let's say you had 20 advance.
Right.
The top 10 guys that qualified for the eliminator, they all get mulligans. They all get a mulligan.
Really?
But the bottom 10 do not get mulligans. So once they are out, they're out. But the top 10 qualifiers to make it in, they get a mulligan.
A mulligan frame?
A mulligan, they get to stay in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I came up with that, and I never ran it in a tournament, but it gives that incentive that if you qualify higher, that you get a mulligan. So, for instance, in this, let's just say you were going to do this and you have 10 guys make it. Well, what if you gave the 1 and the 2 seed mulligans?
That's interesting.
You know what I mean? You would give them a mulligan, and that way, if they do lose by a pin here or there after leading the tournament for so many games, well,
they're back in.
guess what? They're back in. Yeah. So when you would go to the round from, let's say, from 10 to 8, you would go from 10 to 9, but then you would still cut down to 6.
It sounds intriguing to me. I'd like to see it in play.
Yeah, just a mulligan for higher qualifiers. Just like you're out on a golf course.
Yeah.
I didn't like that shot. All right, well, you get to do it over.
That's why I asked you a shot, or because there's a tournament back home where they kind of do that. It's at Sunset Lanes, and it's like a Super Bowl tournament or whatever, and you get, I don't know what it is, you get to do 2 shots anywhere you want over again or something. And it's pretty interesting if you're the leader, but if you're not, you don't, and it's kind of like the home field advantage.
You ever watch the ESPN or the MTV Jock Rocks celebrity softball games they used to have?
Oh, years ago?
They used to like pull out like the magic 8-ball, and if you hit a home run with the 8-ball, it counted for 8 runs, and you could pull it out one time.
There you go.
So yeah, you could get really creative and fun with some of the different formats, and then I'm sure we'd be bashed apart. You're getting away from the traditional style of bowling. So it's anybody's ball game here. Scores have escalated as we've gotten down to 6. 224 was the lowest game bowled by Jimmy Cook.
How does somebody do that? Their name, not P.T. Barta? That's great. Well, there's a lot of money on the line here. I mean, you make it past this round, you get a lot of money even if you lose here. But if you make it past this round, you're into some really nice money.
I like what Barnstormer says. A.J. Rice is working on his contract with Lids. Jim Callahan in Vegas, who works for Storm, he's got a contact over at New Era. That would be interesting. Bowling hats. New Era bowling hats.
There you go.
New Era throws 20 grand at a tournament, and everybody's required to wear a hat.
You got to keep the stickers on them.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Pete Barta?
Personally, I like it.
It would just be called the annual hat tournament.
I like it. Just like I like every once in a while they have that.
I actually really like this.
I do too.
Because you can like create your own and do different things. You can have like an embroiderer on site.
The plastic ball tournament. I like that idea.
Yeah.
You can only throw a plastic ball.
Yeah. The New Era hat tournament.
With all the balls and stuff out there now, I think it'd be interesting to have a tournament maybe where, well, I guess you'd have to advertise it, but you could only bring 2, like the Peterson, but the Peterson's ridiculous. You could only bring 2 balls or 3 balls or.
I like the idea of bowling match play, and you can only bring in 4 balls, and your opponent tells you what ball you have to throw every frame. Out of your own bag.
That sounds like Adam. That sounds like an Adam plan right there. Of course, he wouldn't care. I could make him throw chalk against me, and he'd beat me.
Yeah, so there's some fun different things you could think about out there.
By the way, don't forget, Mike. We need to be still thinking about that women's tournament.
Yeah, I know. It's on my radar. I got something special coming with that. By the way, just give me a couple of months. I'm going to contact you when we do it.
I'm in.
I'll tell you about it off air.
My wallet's open. Come on, Adam. Hit that. There you go.
You got to get that boom, boom, boom.
Somebody put on here earlier. They thought Adam would shoot 290 this game.
I like what Hester says. A lot of off-air talking going on. Hester, you can call me on the way home. I got a long drive. I'll tell you about it, too. Oh, wait. Chris Hester doesn't talk on the phone.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, it's either texting, Facebook, Twitter.
He just said Skype me.
How about that? That's something else I noticed. I don't know how old you are, Mike. You're a few years younger than me, but
33.
Okay, so I'm like 2 years older than you. A lot of these young people, Pete Barta for president. Okay, they don't communicate. Did you notice that? It's really weird to me. I mean, they'll text, they'll do. You can't get them on the phone.
No.
You can't. I don't know how.
I called Isold on the way in. No answer. I texted them immediately back.
I don't know how you engage somebody or have a conversation with them without hearing their voice, looking in their eye. It's
look
I don't
into
know.
my eyes.
It's just something I noticed.
You will see.
It's pretty strange for me, but
Yeah, it is. And I believe actually at some point in time, guys like us that like to talk in person and talk on the phone more than texting and stuff like that, I think eventually there's going to be a premium on that, and there's actually going to be people that are going to hire people to just talk to other people.
Oh,
I think you and we're going to get paid major money one day.
I am in.
We're going to be professional talkers.
Yeah, it's weird because like they'll
They'd have
they'll text somebody, "I hate you." I'm the kind of guy that would rather just walk up and like say, "Hi, my name's Pete Barta, and we need to talk."
Yeah. Hey, the way you behaved in this particular situation, I don't like that very much, and it gives me reason not to like you.
Yeah.
And then if they're a complete idiot and respond back with even more jargon, then you say, I hate you, and you walk away.
Listen, at work, we had a manager in the same room sitting 15 feet away from somebody, send them an email telling them they were doing something wrong.
Oh, boy.
And I went ballistic. I'm like, are you serious?
I can top that. At a bowling alley I used to work at that will remain nameless, the boss would write a note, hand it to you. Instead of telling you what you did wrong, she would write it on a piece of paper and then hand it to you. I mean, seriously, instead of telling you, she would just hand it to you. It's like, why would you not just open your mouth and tell me what I did?
A.J. Rice with another strike.
Hey, guys, yeah, getting down to it. Halfway through this game, number 2. We'll go over the numbers one more time.
Jason Sterner opened. I think, what was that, the 4-9? I don't know what that was.
4-6.
4-6?
So Jimmy Cook bowled 224 the first game. Jimmy right now 86th in the 5th frame, so not looking good for him. Adam Barta had 234. He's working on a max score of 290 through 5. Also with 234 was Sterner. And actually, I'm sorry, it was Sterner with 86 in the 5th. Not looking good for Sterner. I apologize. It's actually Jimmy Cook has double 6-spare double down here. So he's looking good. Sterner not looking so good right now. And then over on the lefty pair, Rick Miller is perfect through 5. A.J. Rice.
Adam. There you go. What did Jimmy Cook have the first game, Mike?
224.
Okay, so
A.J. Rice has 9-spare strike, 9-spare, 9-spare double. And Mr. Silvestri here has 9-spare strike, 9-spare double, 9-spare. So Silvestri opened up with 257, Rick Miller 265, A.J. Rice 249. That's what the lefties did. Sterner 234, Barta 234, and Jimmy Cook 224.
Wow. This is all right there.
Wow. It's tight. 2-8. Jimmy Cook just left the 2-8, I think. Rick Miller leaves a 7-pin.
The way it's looking right now is it does look like the lefties, if they continue to roll the way they are, all 3 will advance, and it will be one right-hander advancing. Will it be Barta? Will it be Sterner? Or will it be our man Jimmy Cook? Sterner knows he's in trouble now. And now A.J. Rice, we saw him do that earlier. Throws it right past the break point.
Nice cover on the 2-8 by Jimmy Cook.
Now remember, A.J. Rice was the low lefty. He bowled 249. And now staring at this big O non-split but washout combination here.
Yeah, he left summer teeth.
He did. I believe he only got those 2 the last time he threw at that as well. So now he's got 128 in the 7th. He can only shoot 218. So the best he can get to is 467.
Come on, roll it. All right.
So just when I say it may be all lefties advancing, A.J. Rice gives an opening there, an opportunity for a couple of righties to get in there. Sterner still has 226 left, but he'd have to throw the last 6 to get there. Jimmy Cook can still shoot 254.
Adam covered his spare. Rick Miller.
Almost a fast 8, leaves the 6.
And A.J. Rice back up on the left lane.
Yeah, he's gonna have to throw some strikes. There's one.
They're talking about that gold ball that CB's throwing. I don't know what that is, but yeah, he's been throwing it all day. And of course, why wouldn't you? You shoot 879, you're sleeping with that thing.
Yeah, it's the gold IQ chore. Joe Scarborough bowled the first ever PBA 900 series with that ball.
No kidding.
Absolutely.
Did not know that. Bit of trivia. Did Adam strike?
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Good. I just talk without thinking.
Adam looks focused now, more so than ever. I really like it. He's turned on the switch, kind of like in the movie Over the Top, Lincoln Hawk. When he turns the hat around backwards, it's like a switch.
That's it. These guys have bowled a lot of games.
Oh, yeah. A lot of fatigue. Wow, look at that 4-pin just saw out of there. 254 left for Jimmy Cook. Now Rick Miller just can't get a 7-pin out.
Who are the Barnstormers people? Do I know them? I don't know who they are. Well, I might, but I don't. I see the name all the time. Sterner, 9 count. Leaves a 6-pin.
Yeah, that's about all she wrote for Jason Sterner.
And this guy's going 49, 69. He can shoot 229. CB can shoot 229.
I'll tell you what it looks like right now. A.J. Rice and Jason Sterner could be the two folks facing elimination. And those were the two guys before this match that I predicted would be in the final.
All right, Adam.
That's a wrap 7. That's a huge, nasty wrap 7 for A.J. Rice. Can only shoot 198 now. A.J. shot 249 the first game. Best he can shoot now is 447.
I see one of the ladies I've become good friends with is back on, Heather Gold. She's pregnant, expecting a baby. Real good bowler from the New York area. I think Jamestown, New York.
Well, now, hey, guys, check this out. Jimmy Cook only bowled 224 the first game. Now he goes right through the face. He's only got 222 left. 232 left, I'm sorry, 222 pace.
Yeah, Jason Sterner's going to be out.
Great weekend for him, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Great guy.
Guy's a hell of a bowler.
He is hell of a bowler. He still bowls events like this. Not afraid of a format like this on an easier condition when he could go bowl a PBA regional this weekend. Sixth place is going to receive $2,560. Fifth place, $3,200. Cutting down to 4.
Another great thing about these Rick Miller strikes, these social media things, is you get to be friends with some people and actually get to meet them. Greg Bumpus, I got to meet him. I got to meet a number of people that I've only known online, bowlers, and it's really nice to be able to put a face with the name, meet some of these people. I'm sure it happens to you guys all the time, Matt, when you're out on the road.
A whole lot.
A.J. Rice gets the first one. He's got 198 left still.
Come on, Adam. Okay.
Well, Adam's going to be in soft.
That's what I like to hear.
Possible 269 left for Barta to go along with his 234. He is going to be in our final 4 here tonight.
So the question is, will it be 3 lefties and a righty or 2 and 2?
Sebi Silvestri can only shoot 209 now
If
to go along with his 257.
can Jimmy Cook go
Jimmy
around
Cook
him?
can shoot 232 here. He shot 224 the first game.
So that gives him 54.
I believe he can go around A.J. Rice. That's a big shot there for A.J. He
Pins
still has
bouncing all
198
over the
left.
place.
A.J. Rice, 447.
All right, Adam's going to shoot 260 something.
All right, so it's coming down to it right here, Pete Barta. Here's the deal. Jimmy Cook is going to have to throw a strike on lane 16.
And he's in?
And he's in. If he doesn't, A.J. Rice is going to be in.
Wait a minute. What about the CB? He just opened in the 10th.
He had a big first game.
No, it was only 240 something. Jimmy Cook strikes.
Okay, so here's the deal. Silvestri shot 257 the first game. He shoots 197.
He's only plus 47.
No, 54.
Oh, 54, sorry. I'm only an accountant.
454 for Silvestri. 197 for A.J. Rice. That's going to put him at 446.
Ooh.
Sterner and Rice are out. Barta shoots 269. Gives him 503. He's in soft. Jimmy Cook 229. Huge double for him. Shoots 453. Goes around A.J. Rice, who finished at 446. Rick Miller cruising along. Rick had 265 the first game. He's got 257 left, so he's in soft. And Jason Sterner, good week for him. He can shoot 195. That would put him at 429. So Sterner and Rice are out. Rick Miller, Sebi Silvestri, Jimmy Cook, and Adam Barta are your final four.
2 righties, 2 lefties.
And I do need to make mention again that the 2 guys I picked that I thought would make it to the final both got eliminated in this round.
Mike, question. When they move, are they still bowling 2 games or are they bowling 1 game now?
I believe it goes to 1 now.
It should go to
on
1.
the same pair.
And they're only dropping 1 guy.
1 guy per game. Yep.
3 more games total.
Interesting.
185 for Jason Sterner. He finishes at 419. And it's 255 for Rick Miller. Rick Miller finishes at 520. So Rick Miller leads that time, 520. Adam Barta second, 503. 454 for Sebi Silvestri. And 453, Jimmy Cook. Had to double in a tenth to get there to go around A.J. Rice's 446 and Jason Sterner's 419. Jason Sterner is going to receive for 6th place $2,560. A.J. Rice is going to receive $3,200. And when we come back, we will have the final 4. And we'll take you down to the wire here at the Proprietors Cup 2 in Dayton, Ohio, Beaver View Bowl. Pete Barta, Mike Flanagan, Matt Turek. We'll be right back with you.